I don't mind spoiling a bit about the book, because I read it all, so I'm not, there's no spoiling for me, if that makes sense. I like the Tolkien movies in a completely different way than the books. The books are, yeah, I totally agree with that one. The books are about creating a world where the story is secondary and not that interesting. He's writing a history rather than a story. I do actually agree with that. I completely agree. I feel like, I wouldn't say the story is secondary, but it's like his emphasis on creating a world and a history is more than traditional books where you have a character and everyone is like, everything is like surrounded around that character with like secondary characters, and then, you know, depending on how many main characters you do have. Obviously a lot of things are like very Peter, thank you for resubscribing! Take good care of your little turtle in front of your name, as it needs a little bit of attention. And you have a new one, so better take care of it. And enjoy the new emotes, and welcome back. Support your local artist, which is what Jake and Bake said about my work. I still need to cut out that part, and I want to use it as one of my alerts. Yeah, so I agree. It's like, it's not, it's like, there is, like, if you read The Lord of the Rings, it's definitely Frodo is still, like, obviously a main character, but it's more like, it's way more than just main character, has issues, tension, span, the end, which is not, there's nothing wrong with that. I just love the take that he does, the amount of details that go into it. It's amazing. It kind of gets me excited just like history class did. Like with all the details, all the other characters, everyone has their own thoughts and their own actions and whatever. Like, I can't stop reading about them because they're so, everyone is so diverse and has, and their whole entire reality to it. I knew the story was amazing, so I really wanted to stick with it, but there was so much writing around the action that I would just get lost in it. Yeah, that's the thing. Tolkien taught me to skim read, because I didn't think... Oh, because I think I got a lot better about filtering out unimportant information as a result of it. Oh, really? I read Tolkien very differently. I read Tolkien like a history book. Not gonna lie. I don't read Tolkien as a fantasy novel. I read Tolkien as a history book type of thing, which I personally really like. But again, I can totally see why people do not like it in that same regard. It helps that nowadays you have YouTube to help you, right? When I started with all the books, I only had my mom to help me with it because she's a Tolkien fan as well. Surprise, surprise. It's in the family. But then there were Lord of the Rings YouTubers, and those people really helped me even get into Tolkien more. And now that there's some YouTubers out there that are doing a great work of just explaining characters, explaining settings, story arcs, and whatever, it's, I even got more into it. I was like, I knew this was great, and now it's even greater. Look at this duel. So yeah, I love that. I just enjoy the whole thing around it as well, the community and whatnot. I do not like people who go, like a lot of Tolkien people are like, actually, it's not pronounced that way, it's pronounced this way. They're like that type of people. I wish kind of that part was gone, but if you're not like that, then we're fine. I love Silmarillion. I still prefer Lord of the Rings though. Because, the thing is, Silmarillion is a good emphasis on how cool the Lord of the Rings is. That's it to me. Lord of the Rings is always the story I love the most. I feel like it's the most complete. But the Silmarillion is such a good, yeah, like a little bit of a background story. It's like the biggest background story to the Lord of the Rings. And I do me likey background stories. Sana Ocean Katie, welcome back. Yeah, we're talking about Tolkien again. Guilty. 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 Me. We talk a lot about Tolkien, but it's mainly because I love Tolkien and you guys love Tolkien. And then we start talking about it and then there's no end to it. I mean, it's coming out, like the new series is coming out in 8 days or something. Like 8 freaking days.